We are under the... And here's the speedster D. Gordon. And we are set for baseball here this evening. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. Throw not in time, so he's able to beat one out here to kick off the ball game.
Talk about being caught off guard. You won't see that but once a year. First pitch of the game, and he bunts for a knock, and now they have to deal with him on the base paths.
Look, guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry.
And he's into second safely with the stolen base. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Popped him up. Gurriel has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Dan Vogelbach is next, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that. Kyle Seager is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. His career line against Roark up until this point. This ball's down, and that could bring in a run. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Yeah, and we didn't waste any time getting things going here. 2 outs and the base is loaded, and the next at bat could set the tone for the entire rest of the game. If he can get out of this mess without any damage, he's going to know he can shut the door all game long. And with this home crowd on his side, they'll be going wild, but that's a big if.
And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. Vogelbach at third. Seager on at second with 2 down. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And both runners will score. It's now a 3-0 ball game.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 are.
And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Meanwhile, now this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Sometimes you get off on the wrong foot, and it's hard to get back on the right one. That's the 4th hit he's given up here already in the early going.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And he will get there to make the running play. And into the box, Tyler Naquin having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the American League in batting average entering play.
What a terrific month this guy had last month, hitting over 350. If he can continue at this pace, he's got a legitimate shot to win a batting title.
Sent on the ground out to second. Gordon is there, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Now at the plate, Kevin Biggio, and he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Lined hard toward right center. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Waiting on it is Henniger. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Digging in, Rendell Grichuk, and a chance to add to his league-leading RBI total right here.
Yeah, he had a very strong month driving in runs last month as he drove in over 20 runs.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but this will get foul for strike 2. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Moore is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Blue Jays held in check. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the DH, Jake Fraley. Lifted in the air out to left. Nick Wooden's under it, 1 away.
The batter, number 9.
Striding into the box, D. Gordon. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. So far this season, Gordon is carrying a slugging percentage under .350. Needless to say, he's not a big extra base hitter home run guy right here. Popped up, but this will land untouched. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. First offering on its way.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Now at the plate, Bo Bichette. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Rowdy Tellez the next to bat, and he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. And he fouls this one off. Tellez doesn't usually enjoy left-handed pitching like this as much as he does at bats against right-handers. I'm not sure if it's a comfort thing or if he just sees the ball better coming from the right side, but that's the book on him at this point in his career. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The average for him entering play here is in the high 360s, so he's one to avoid as a pitcher if at all possible. Nola is there, and it's a very quick inning. First pitch on its way. Mitch Haniger is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Swing and a liner, but foul. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
So he got him swinging. Mitch Haniger becomes the first out of the inning. Daniel Vogelbach is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 1 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Guerrero has room in foul territory. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Riding in once again, Kyle Seager. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Up next is Danny Jansen, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Seager has it, and that's out number 1. So coming to the plate, Greg Allen. He went 2 for 4 to close out Sunday's series finale. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Left side. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
First pitch of the at-bat. trying to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. Here to take it is Seager, and that's out number 2. But they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Second baseman,
now in the box, Kevin Biggio. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. And this one's in the dirt. 2 out with the man at first. He's running again. Stays alive, still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Liner towards second, but right there is the second. First delivery to him on the way. Dom Thompson-Williams will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Naquin's under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
the left fielder, number 23.
First pitch on its way. Austin Nola will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point.
1-2.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
Around second now and headed for third. And he's going to make it easily. It's a stand-up triple.
The second this thing got past the outfielder, you knew it was at least a double, possibly a triple, but he turns on the afterburners and is safely into third.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game. Now at the plate, Jake Fraley. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. Swinging a ball line. Down in the left field corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Rourke is there, and the side is ready to go for the last half of the inning. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Lourdes Gurriel. Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a ball hit in the air. Haniger in pursuit, and no one will track it down. Started to go around there. But he holds up ball 1. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. And he's going to make the catch. And he paid a big price for it, too, as he crashes headlong into the wall. Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt in efforts his teammates are appreciative of. Nola is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2. 2 are gone now in the Blue Jays half of the 4th. And in to bat next, the legacy Bo Bichette. Swing and a little blooper to center. Here's the center fielder, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Now batting, number 44.
At the plate, Rowdy Tellez. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The batter, the third baseman, Vladimir Guerrero
To the
Jr.
plate now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. And the 2-out threat will not come to. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Fouled away.
Gordon.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit out towards second. He's got it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Dylan.
Digging in once again, Dylan Moore. No hits to this point. Popped up. Guerrero is under it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Here's the first pitch to him. Mitch Haniger is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. And a curveball swung on and missed, and a great call there as the inning is over. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And he told me that they have to find a way to be more patient at the plate. He said that although he's not against swinging at the first pitch, today they're doing so way too often and at well-executed pitches. As a result, 6 of their at-bats have resulted in outs on just the first pitch.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. 0-0 heater gets turned around.
First delivery to him on the way. Greg Allen is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
And that's in for a base hit, his 2nd in as many trips to the plate.
The left fielder, number 30, Tyler Naquin.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. 0-1. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out. And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Joe Pennick will get a chance to really deliver off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with the bases loaded and nobody out. Hit down the line at first. A dive, but it's off his glove. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. So it's 2nd and 3rd with 1 gone now, and that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's through into left field for a base hit. The runner from 3rd comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
The right fielder, number 50, Randall.
Here's Randall Gritchett. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. In the air out toward right field. Waiting on it is Haniger. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from 3rd. And they'll get one back with the sac fly as it's now a 5-3 ball game. Digging in, Bichette, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. Brendan Drury will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He's there to track it down. And Brendan Drury is up off the bench as he is in as a defensive replacement.
Number 2.
Strike one to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner. But it bends just foul into the second deck. He's right there. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder.
First pitch on its way. Dom Thompson Williams is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Now here's the pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. And the inning goes away. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll bring up Rowdy Tellez.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Thompson Williams has it, and it's a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, the third baseman.
At the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Hey, this guy has really been attacking the zone, and this lineup has been more than happy to swing at a lot of pitchers' pitches so far.
But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out. At the plate, Danny Jansen. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit in the air to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And Justin Miller is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. He's set, and the pitch. Austin Nova stands in as he looks at a called strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Miller offers up perhaps one of the nastiest sliders around, and it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it, and it'll be easy to see why once you see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break on it. Now the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Made him look silly with that one.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Number 8.
This one's down to third. And that is through into left field. A base hit.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
D. Gordon is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Bouncer to the left side. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Last half of the 7th here, and set to go as the switch-hitting outfielder, Greg Allen.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Derek Fisher is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Grounded to the right. Gordon is up with it. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Into the box now, Tyler Naquin. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap. Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Line towards center field. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
Travis Shaw will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. This is pulled into right. But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Into the box now, Lourdes Gurriel. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run.
Big time at bat right there. Team trailing, and he ties it up with a bomb. Interested to see how this one finishes out.
Number 53.
Here comes the Seattle skipper on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. Won't get a decision in this one, but except for a few mistakes, he pitched pretty well here this evening. Pulled toward right center field. Thompson Williams will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Billy McKinney will stay in the game, taking over in right and batting number 9. Standing in, Dylan Moore. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Mitch Haniger stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. And that is through into right field for a single. Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Daniel Vogelbach comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Vogelbach behind the ball in 2 strikes. Again down to second. 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Ready on 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Mariners. Malik Smith will stay in the game, taking over in right field and batting in the 8th spot. Bottom of the inning now, and into bat next it'll be Brandon Drury. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Heading out towards shallow right. Smith is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down. In now, Rowdy Tellez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Reined in. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Stepping into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
Either he missed the take sign or they're just not thinking as a team. The first two guys out on one pitch, so it could have been a 3-pitch inning if he would have made it out right there.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first, saves it. Stepping in, Dom Thompson-Williams. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt, and I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Austin Nova is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Drilled down the line. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing across. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And that'll bring in Danny Jansen. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. Reese McGuire is up off the bench to lead it off as the possible winning run here in the bottom of inning number 9. Hit out towards second. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. Interesting here. This is where you play a little bit of manager. It's an AL game. Let's see if he employs a little National League.
And he fans on the barehanded attempt, so that ought to be scored as a bunt single.
Now back, left fielder, Tyler Naquin.
So here's Tyler Naquin. Swing, and he pops him up. Left fielder coming on. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Ball will come into the infield, and the winning run will stop 90 feet away from home with nobody out.
Second baseman.
Stepping in for the Jays, Travis Shaw. And he has a great opportunity to win it here. Winning run at third base, nobody out. The 0-1. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Looking up is Smith. Gone! Santa Maria, game over. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Man, I guess a regular walk-off wasn't enough for him, so he blasts a grand slam in the final at bat to win this thing. I've seen a lot of things in my day, but that was something very special.
Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of. He really came through when it mattered, and he's our top player of the game.
Multi-hit game, and one of them was a dinger. That's a solid day's work for any hitter, and it had an impact on the outcome of this game. What else can you say?
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. The Blue Jays put up 4 runs in the 9th inning to carry them to the victory. Justin Miller earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan. It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the... Here's D. Gordon now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball.
12:37.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first.
The mark of a great pitcher is the ability to put people away when you have 2 strikes on him. He wasn't able to do it to start the game. Let's see if he makes the adjustment.
And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
Mitch Haniger is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Good cutter there, and he's got him behind the 8 ball now, 0-2. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Gordon, base runner at first with 1 out. And that'll get down for a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Man, this guy's really starting to swing the stick again, D-Roll. That extends his hit.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run.
Yeah, he's looked pretty shaky from the first pitch, and things just kind of spiraled out of control from there. I think these guys smelled blood in the water, and they punctuated with a 3-run job and an early lead.
Allen is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
The center fielder,
Dom Thompson-Williams stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Popped up. Gurriel is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Coming to the plate now, Tyler Naquin having a very nice year, currently second in the American League in batting average entering play.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Throw gets him 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. No balls and a strike to count. And now a pitch on the way. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to now to the plate, Austin Nola. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1.
Austin Nola.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the 2nd out. And the pitch. Jake Fraley is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Standing in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. Gone!
Hey, Listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. They came out on the losing end last time out and hit high and deep out to left center field. Going back is the center fielder, and it's gone.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Rowdy Tellez the next to bat. This one skied out toward right. On the run is Henniger, and this one will bounce into the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. So stepping in, Rendell Gritchick, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is going to get fouled. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away. The tag, and he is out at second base. It's a double play. Digging in the switch hitter, Greg Allen, as he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days. Throw on to first, get. And here's the speedster D. Gordon. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Hit in the air out to center field. Allen is there. One pitch, one out.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Dylan Moore. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Billy McKinney is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Now playing right field.
Here's the first pitch to him.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
Joe Panic is also into the ball game now as he takes over at second.
Now playing second.
And he popped him up. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. 1-2, the count to the Mariners shortstop.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Dylan Moore is out number 2 here in the third inning. Mitch Henniger stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him. Bottom of the third now, and now it'll be the catcher, Danny Jansen.
Number 9.
Hit high and deep out there to left center field. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The left fielder, number 30.
Ready for another chance? Tyler Naquin hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Thompson Williams is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The second baseman.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former St. John's University standout Joe Panic. Henniger in pursuit. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Dan Vogelbach is next. He hit a big 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first down. From the belt, the pitch high and deep to center field. A ball that's tarrying. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Austin Nola. And he fouls this one off. He's set. The 0-1.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One left. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Hard hit ball to second.
And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. He's through first and hustling for second. And the Jays are in business now. It's a leadoff double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3 hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Bo Bichette, and he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Holy smokes. That's the first ball they've taken the entire game so far. They're swinging at everything.
This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up, one there. Onto the pitcher covering, and it's in time. A double play, and the inning is over. And that'll bring in Tom Murphy. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fouled away.
Murphy.
Derek Fisher is into the ballgame now as he assumes duties in center field. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Tom Murphy goes down for the first out in the 5th inning. Pulled toward right center field. McKinney on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The batter number 9.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end. 2-3 go the Mariners, but they still lead it 3-2. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. They're currently averaging more than a hit per inning, while at the same time, they've yet to strike out a single time. We all know that's a rarity these days, but clearly the bat-on-ball approach is working for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Now batting, center fielder.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Fisher.
Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. Henniger is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in Danny Jansen. Reese McGuire will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the bases empty. High high in the air out to center field. And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground. Reese McGuire will remain in the game in the 8th spot and take over at catcher.
Number 10.
No balls and 1 strike. Now here's the pitch.
That's a ball.
Skied down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. At the plate, Mitch Haniger. He singled and later scored back in the 1st, making him 1 for 2 so far. And here's a foul ball just off to the right as they get ahead of him here. 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Daniel Vogelbach will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the 1st inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate, and it's fouled away. Another 0-2 coming.
The count is 1-2. That's Bolton.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mariners are down in order, and it remains a... And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you go to surrender 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Here's Joe Panik, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. And he popped him up. Gordon into shallow center, but he won't get there. It falls in, and the throw will go to second as they get the force out. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Lourdes Gurriel, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. This one's down to 3rd. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Ready once again, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And they take the lead. It's gone. So a 2-run shot to left center. His 2nd home run of the game as they take the lead 4-3. So now to the plate, Bo Bichette. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. On the run is Haniger. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Here's the 3rd baseman now, Kyle Seager. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Seager behind with an 0-2 count. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. First offering on its way. Dom Thompson-Williams is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning, so he won't be nibbling.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Wow, talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts? Doesn't get much better than that.
Tellez is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Dan Altavia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up Rowdy Tellez. And now pitch on the way. High and deep to center field. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now
that'll bring up Billy McKinney. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Racing back the center fielder, and that one is gone. Derek Fisher the next to bat. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. Yoshihisa Hirano takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Tyler Naquin. He singled his last time up. Lifted the other way to left center. Nola will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move. Thomas Pannone will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Lead off with the Mariners.
Fouled off.
Tom Murphy.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. Hit high and deep to right center. McKinney moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Now that number 8.
First pitch of the at-bat. This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here. This one has turned into a slugfest of Ruthian proportions. 7 combined big flies. You guys remember seeing anything like that in a while?
Dan, I can only speak from my own past experiences. When the flags are blowing out, you want as many at-bats as you can, and that's exactly what's happening. This ball's jumping at it.
You know, D-Row, this is always a nightmare for a pitcher. Not only is this a good hitting ballpark, but the wind blows out on top of it. This is the last place you want to be a pitcher at.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. He's set. Here it comes. Mitch Haniger is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Haniger.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and set to go is the second baseman, Joe Penn. Line towards center field. Thompson Williams is right there, 1 down. So striding in, Lourdes Gurriel. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Into center field, line drive base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Into the box now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Gets through for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4 in this one. And now this is bobbled out in center. And he'll make it over to third base safely, so that puts runners at the corners with only 1 gone. Digging in now, Bo Bichette.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Thompson Williams is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And they get the new inning set to get underway. And here comes the first baseman, Daniel Vogelbach. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Daniel Vogelbach becomes the first out in the 9th inning. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground at the left side.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
And this is fouled at the plate. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Behind 0-2 now. And now a crowd reported at over 28,000 rise to their feet. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
You can just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down.
Thank you guys for joining me. Catch you guys in the next one.